Good morning. It's Melissa, Mother Lover for Life, 100%, coming to you from my apartment doing the Sacred Path cards again today. I hope all of you are focusing on something positive, and getting your day started in a good way, and doing something that makes your heart smile today, and trying to live out some joy and happiness in this day. That's what I'm going to do. So I've selected the cornstalk spread from the Sacred Path cards today, in order to have a positive focus on my day. I've already burned some holy wood from Peru and blessed this reading. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these cards and this is a 4-card spread. And basically it's just seeking the beauty within myself, within others, and in my daily life. And if I'm open to it, and I am. So thank you for tuning into my channel. Please like, subscribe, and share if this message is helpful for you. Feel free to share some comments in the comment section. So corn has been a daily staple of our people for hundreds of years. We believe that corn pollen is sacred and that we are fed by the fertile earth whose gift is our corn. A wise man once said that if a philosophy did not grow corn, it had no value. Corn is a symbol of goodness, abundance, fertility to our people, and these are the things that feed us daily. We may feed the body, the mind, the heart, and the spirit if we seek beauty in our daily lives. For it is the beauty of living in balance that grows corn. The cornstalk spread is a way to receive the life manna that comes from sacred corn pollen. It's a gentle daily reminder of the beauty that can be experienced if you're open to it, and I am. So I just ask my angels and ascended masters to come into this reading, the ancestors, Mother Mary Magdalene, Jesus Christ, to help me guide this message and be a channel of love and light, joy, peace, and abundance, and be a bridge between the crooked trail and the sacred path. And remove my self-sabotage, anything that may be holding me back. Last night was the full moon, and I tried to release everything that no longer serves me. I've tried to go within, and I've been walking the sacred path for quite some time. Struggled at times, but I'm still, keep on going. So whatever may be challenging me, if I'm getting in my own way, I just ask that Great Mystery, Great Spirit, my angels, ascended masters, the ancestors, Mother Mary Magdalene, Jesus Christ, help move out of my way, whatever it is, even if I am the thing that's in the way and getting in the way of myself. Any limiting beliefs that I may have about myself or others due to judgment, I ask that that be removed too last night. So I feel pretty good today. Okay, so I'm going to draw 4 cards. The first card is the root card, which denotes the beauty that can be experienced today if by connecting to the Earth Mother. This card also speaks to you about the root of the problem if you're in turmoil about some life situation. The root card can also help you see the resources available through connecting to Earth Mother. So by connecting to Earth Mother, I feel more grounded, and I just find peace in nature. That's my church. So this is where I find beauty and grounding, by connecting to the Earth Mother, and whatever problems, I share them with the Earth Mother and the ancestors, and then I ground my roots deep into the Earth Mother, and I just envision my feet as our toes as the roots growing deep within Mother Earth, wrapping around the core of the earth to help ground me firmly into the Earth Mother, and that my arms are the branches of the tree, and it's like a figure 8. It's me cycling the to and from energy, the receiving and giving energy from the Earth Mother, and that's what I envision in my mind when I'm grounding myself into the Earth Mother to release whatever it is that may be challenging me at this time. So use whatever ideas work for you, but that is what works for me. I use visualization while I'm doing it. Okay, so we're going to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first card I drew is the victory card. Sorry, I'll turn a little bit this way. I drew the victory card, counting coup. So this is the root. The root of my new understanding is I am victorious. I am victorious over my challenges, my enemies, the limiting beliefs that I had in myself and others, and my dreams. So when I root myself down into Mother Earth and connect to Father Sky, nothing is impossible, and I have victory over my enemies and everything else in my life. And the root card can also show the resources available through connecting to the Earth Mother. All my needs are met through the Earth Mother. My food, my peace, the serenity that I'm seeking today, the beauty that I seek within myself and others, the connection to the Creator, Great Spirit and Great Mystery gives me victory over whatever it is that might be challenging me right now. So, counting coup, victory. To know that I have honored my words with my deeds. Sweet victory is shared by all. In filling others' needs, humankind rejoices. The prize of counting coup, harmony and balance, a peaceful world anew. The act of counting coup signifies a victory over an enemy or accepted challenge. The warrior clans of Native America used many methods of stealth, guile, surprise, planning, and physical strength to claim prizes from their opponents. The traditional prizes taken on raids were horses, eagle feathers, medicine bundles, medicine shields, tomahawks, bows, and other weapons. In marking a victory, there were certain things that a brave was then allowed to do that would tell others of his counting coup. He could use the designs in his face paint, which added honor to his status and told those who knew how to read its meaning that he had won or more acts of bravery added to his name. These symbols could also be added to his horse's war paint when he rode into battle again. The more coups counted, the stronger the medicine of that warrior. At the coup feast, the leader of the war party or raiding band would give those who had witnessed the individual victories over or of their friends the honor of telling the events. A warrior was honored by his friends and was not allowed to tell the story himself. This practice added another dimension to the celebration since a friend's pride in another brother's accomplishments came into play. The war cry has been shouted and a victory is assured if you have received the counting coup card. You are being put on notice that a personal victory is in the works. You may have overcome a long-time challenge or conquered an opponent. So now it is time to share your victory with others. So that's what I'm doing. Whether the victory is one of a spiritual nature or of winning a lottery makes no difference. You are to honor yourself at this time and be grateful for this blessing. Counting coup represents the success of forward movement and the acknowledgement of right action. You have been true to yourself and are being rewarded for staying on the sacred path. Congratulations. Victory is sweet, but sweeter still when the spoils are shared with those that you care for. Share the joy of your counting coup with those who want to see you winning. Remember, warriors who had counted coup always took care of the widowed, the aged, and the feeble. The material victories shared bring further honor, providing another coup feather for those willing to give away. So I'm grateful for the victory that I have today over addiction, depression, anxiety, self-hatred, and fear of failure, fear of success. I've battled addiction for 20 years and depression for longer than that. And I'm grateful to be on this side and have a personal victory over that today and be on the sacred path. And I do honor myself and I do have victory over a long time struggle. So I'm grateful for that gift today. So as Counting Coup is a personal victory that affects the whole, so is the war we wage on the old patterns that keep us from knowing world peace. These enemies can be ignorance, inner conflict, envy, jealousy, willful pride, laziness, fear, bitterness, hatred, greed, bigotry, gossip, resentment, and broken promises. Our modern medicine shields are made from truth. Our weapons are living that truth, and our prize is our future, bringing the healing of Earth Mother's children. Every two-legged has been asked to accomplish these coups through the discovery and healing of the self. So that's what I'm doing. I am healing and co-creating my healing with great mystery and great spirit, and I'm grateful for that. And I know I will continue to be guided along my path. And I'm grateful for the strength and honor that I can have within myself in the path that I'm walking. And I hold my head high in victory today. The second card is the stock card, which expresses the attitude needed to walk in beauty and balance. The stock card can also denote the lesson you need to learn so that you may be a bridge between the path of understanding and the crooked trail. This human bridge is the peacemaker, true witness, or healer. You may be called upon to take one of these roles at any time. The courage, talent, and or ability needed to be a human bridge is supported by the stock card. So reflections, great smoking mirror. So I have to be a good reflection to my brothers and sisters on the sacred path of beauty. Otherwise, I cannot be the true peacemaker, true witness, or healer that I know that Great Mystery created me to be. And being a good reflection and knowing that I have victory gives me the courage, the talent, and ability that I need to be a human bridge, and it's supported by reflections. So we had 20 and then 40. So reflections, the great smoking mirror. If I cannot be a good reflection, then I'm going to get whatever I'm reflecting out into my physical world, it's going to come back to me. And if it's not something good, then that's what's going to return to me. And I have awareness of that. To know that I have, oh, that's Counting Coup, sorry. Let's go back to 40 great smoking mirror. So I have victory over a long standing enemy, and a lot of times I was my own worst enemy. So this stock card, through the smoke I see looking back at me, another reflection of me. Mirror of my inner self, who are you if I am me? Mirror of my outer self, what do others see? Is it truth in my heart or human vanity? Great smoking mirror is widely used teaching by the Mayans and sometimes is taught by the Cheyenne or Pawnee. The Mayans say, I am another one of yourself. In this manner, the Mayans stress that every life form reflects every other life form and that all originate from the same original source. The smoking mirror's concept of unity can eliminate all types of grandiose elitist ideas that evolved in the fourth world of separation. If every two-legged would see all other humans as unique expressions of oneself, we would have no basis for quarreling or war. The great smoking mirror reflects the lessons of leaving the myth behind. You are what you decide that you are. Remove the smoke screen that hides your natural talents and or worth and stand tall. Recognize the areas to be developed further and then begin that process. Stop cowering before your potential and live your truth. There are millions of role models to choose from. On another level, you're being asked to be a good reflection to others or for others, encouraging others to be bold through walking your talk. The reflections you see in others may not make you happy if you're doubting yourself and your right to be. Jealousy on any level only inhibits growth and wastes energy. Shatter the mirrors that insist on self-importance, gloom, or failure so that you can get down to what's really important. On all levels, the Great Smoking Mirror asks us to accept light and shadow as equal. The reflections we dislike can be worthy opponents who teach us to grow into our potential. Even your shadow sides serve us by leading us through trial and error to the true image of the self. So I'm grateful to know that, and claim my victory over a worthy opponent, and be a good reflection to the other beings on the sacred path and in my physical existence. And it's supported by the stock card so that I can have the courage, talent, and ability to be the human bridge, peacemaker, true witness, and healer, by being a good reflection of what I want to see in my external world, in my community, in my family. So I'm grateful for that, and I received that victory today in honor. So the third card is the Kernel card, which tells you what the fruits of your labor will provide for you. This lesson of this card should be fully digested so that the ear of corn can give energy to the body, mind, or spirit and support your present path. Kernels of corn represent the seeds for the future to Native people. These kernels also provide food for the present. Through learning present lessons, the future will be assured. So, shaman's death and rebirth. So, knowing that the old me, the old patterns, the old thoughts of myself have to die, and I tried to release them last night in the full moon, to allow my new life to start, and release old patterns and doubt that I had, and self-sabotage, and the fear that I had of starting again and starting new relationships. In order to I had to release the old in order to claim my new victory of my new beginning, and I had to allow the old parts of me to die that were no longer serving me. So 41. So this is the present lesson that I had to learn in order to start anew today and seek the beauty in my life that I want to see and feel. Because I don't want to repeat old patterns that bring nothing but pain, shame, blame, and guilt. I've already been through that hell, and I don't really care to go back there, because I've experienced so much beauty in my life. So with the fruits of so shaman's death and rebirth tells me what the fruits of my labor will provide for me. So this is my prayer to the universe. Grandfather, I do ask for death, for the parts of me that will not hear or speak the truth, which are too blind to see. Grandmother, give me birth again, with love as my guide, truth and beauty as my path, with nothing left to hide. The shadow side of the self, which inhibits growth, is constantly forced to die. These deaths occur on a daily basis, whether they be our fears, our doubts, our bad habits, our negative thoughts, or our self-importance. These deaths mark spiritual progress and speak of the ability of humankind to walk in beauty. Every death of a part of the shadow announces the birth of a new talent or gift contained in the self. Each victory over a part of the self that does not walk in beauty is a rebirth in itself. Every time a person reaches a crossroads and decides, and a decision is made, that change in attitude marks the death of the old and a birth of the new. A shaman is a person who is willing to confront the greatest fears and shadows of physical life. The shaman, on the other hand, is a healer who has gone into the underworld and has unflinchingly confronted his or her own shadow as well as the evil of others, and can successfully deal with those forces of darkness equally used with those of light. The Shaman Death card tells you that you're being put on notice, that a death cycle or ending is in progress. Before the rebirth can occur, the habit, attitude, relationship, or part of the self that's dying must be looked at. Assist that process by consciously allowing the old to be removed. Let go and then make way for the new cycle of life to take hold. Remember that you are creating fertile ground for these new adventures. When you're willing to let your old identities die, the rebirth cycle is always full of promise and growth when you allow the old patterns to die with dignity. So that's what I'm doing. You know, in the full moon last night, I prayed for whatever is in my path that may be holding me back, that be removed in the full moon. And that I accept the death and my new rebirth. And that's supported. That's the food for my future, because that's the food that Great Mystery and Great Spirit are providing me in this present, is the knowing that I have victory, that I am a good reflection to my brothers and sisters on the sacred path. A death cycle is in process, and I know that, and I accept it, and I'm grateful for that, because I no longer want to live the way that I've lived in my past. And that's what the fruits of my labor are providing for me, is a new strength and new hope in the now, because I'm creating my future. Because it's giving me energy. The death and rebirth gives me energy to the body, mind, and spirit that are supporting my present path. And I'm grateful for that, because that means that my future will be assured. The fourth card is the Corn Mana card, which denotes how your corn silk is catching the sacred corn pollen, bringing abundance into your life. If you're feeling the fear of scarcity, the Corn Mana card will present the lesson that you need to learn to realign with the field of plenty. If your life and personal philosophy are growing corn, this card shows how to continue growing. So, introspection and goals. 10. West Shield. And that's Bear, home of Bear. 10. So, West Shield, power of woman to seek answers, place of Bear's cave, in the fading light of grandfather sun, the horizon of tomorrow brings the strength to meet my goals. The West is the traditional home of Bear on the medicine wheel. The color of this direction is black, which represents the void where the answers live within the dark cave of Bear. The ability to go within and to introspect is female energy, which is receptive. The womb of woman is the place where all ideas as well as babies are nurtured and given birth. The darkness of the fertile womb is the place where each of us on the good red road of physical life had our beginnings. We were the future generations to our parents. What future holds is always in the West, the place of our tomorrows. To understand the West, the looking within place, we must first understand our own natures. Answers live in our spirit's knowing potential. Excuse me. If West Shields appeared in your spread, Bear is asking you to look at your present goals and discern how they affect your future. Are the answers you seek from your own inner knowing? If not, it may be time to enter the silence and digest the question so that your personal answers can emerge. Bear also reminds us that West Shield is the place of all tomorrows. If you are afraid of the unknown, it may be time to clear away the fear. Strength to accomplish this clearing is Bear's greatest medicine. Call on Bear and feel the courage to meet the future fill your spirit. In all cases, the West Shield speaks of the ability to complete our goals, the acknowledgement of our inner strengths, and the power to find and know our own answers. Remember that the opinions of others may become mixed with our own doubts and then become limitations when we forget to enter the silence. So that's kind of why I've been spending a lot of time alone here lately, is because I have to go within to decide what it is and which, what do I really want in my current life? Because sometimes, other people's views on what they think that you need to be doing can lead you astray and you aren't able to hear yourself. So I'm grateful for the knowing of having that ability to do that. So the attitudes change daily depending on the events you're experiencing. To change your attitude, you may wish to acknowledge the sources available in the root and the harvest that you may be coming your way. So victory is the root, and that is my resource, knowing that I have victory. And the corn card is the death and rebirth, and that I'm a good reflection to my brothers and sisters, and introspection and goals. The stock card, I'm sorry. The stock card is good, is reflections. The stock is the attitude that will bring the abundance into physical form. So when I can be a good reflection to my brothers and sisters on the sacred path, go to the within spot to know what the truth is. My sacred spirit is telling me, and great mystery, I have to connect to that silence. And I'm grateful for that knowing, and that's how I am receiving.